All right, week 2 of the European season is done, and wow, it was packed with drama. We've got a massive upset for the champions, a transfer that could honestly shift the balance of power. We're going to break down all the headlines that have the football world buzzing.
Okay, let's just jump right into the most shocking result of the weekend. On one hand, you've got the 10-time Premier League champions Manchester City. And on the other, the team that went into their house, their fortress, and put on an absolute tactical masterclass, Tottenham.
Yeah, we're talking about a massive shocker in the Premier League. Tottenham Hotspur delivering a stunning blow to Manchester City in their own stadium. What a way to send a message this early in the season.
And just look at that scoreline, 2-0. For Spurs to go on the road, get a clean sheet, and walk away with a decisive win like that, it sent some serious shockwaves through the league. And you better believe everyone is asking questions about the champions already.
Okay, so let's zoom out a bit. It wasn't just in England where all the drama was happening. Nope. Across the whole continent, it was a real roller coaster weekend of incredible highs and some pretty shocking lows for some of Europe's biggest clubs.
Yeah, back in the Premier League, the action was just relentless. You had Chelsea and Arsenal putting on these huge, dominant displays, though, well, with very different outcomes, as we'll see. Meanwhile, Manchester United dropped crucial points after a missed penalty. Ouch. And hey, a huge moment for Brentford. Dango Ouattara getting his first ever league goal to seal the win. You'll love to see it.
So let's talk about North London for a second, because it was a tale of two very different fortunes. Tottenham's rivals, Arsenal, put on an attacking clinic of their own. They completely dismantled Leeds with a 5-goal performance that really screamed title ambitions.
But that massive win, it was definitely bittersweet. It came at a huge cost, actually. Their star man, Bukayo Saka, had to be forced off with an ankle injury, and that just casts a real shadow over the whole victory. You know, both Arsenal and England fans are holding their breath right now, hoping for good news.
Meanwhile, over in Spain, there was one player who just completely stole the show in an absolute thriller of a match. People are calling him the undisputed star, and he is just cementing his status as one of the best young players in the entire world. No question. And here's the craziest part, the part that's going to blow your mind. How old is this guy? Just 18. 18 years old.
Yep, that player was Lamine Yamal. He was the engine, the driving force behind this massive comeback victory for Barcelona. He literally dragged them to a 3-2 win, sending Barca straight to the top of the La Liga table. Just incredible stuff.
So elsewhere around Europe, it was a real mixed bag for the Giants, right? In the dominant column, you've got Real Madrid and Kylian Mbappe just cruising, while Bayern were, well, they were absolutely ruthless. PSG got the job done too, but the big shocker? That came out of Italy, where AC Milan suffered a stunning defeat to Cremonese. Nobody saw that one coming. Now hold on, because the action wasn't just happening on the pitch. With the transfer window getting ready to slam shut, one of the biggest deals of the whole summer just went through. And it involves one of the teams we were just talking about.
What Arsenal just did is what we call a classic statement signing. So what is that? It's when a club goes all in on a huge, high-profile player. It's not just about improving the team on paper, it's about sending a clear message to all your rivals that you are dead serious about fighting for the title.
And that signing is the super dynamic midfielder Eberechi Eze from Crystal Palace. What this does is just add another layer of creativity and attacking flair to a team that's already a nightmare for defenses. This is a huge move for the Gunners.
Okay, let's take a quick trip around the globe, shall we? Here's a rapid-fire look at the biggest stories from some other major leagues.
First up, let's head over to Major League Soccer, where the playoff race is hitting an absolute fever pitch. We're in the home stretch, and for those teams on the bubble, every single match is basically a cup final now. The pressure is on. Meanwhile, down in Brazil, the title race is just unbelievably tight. Get this, the top 3 teams all won this weekend. Nobody is giving an inch. It really looks like this one is going right down to the wire.
And the viral moment of the week? That comes from the Saudi Pro League. Al Hilal's Matheus Pereira scored an unbelievable solo goal. He was weaving past defenders. It was a totally Messi-like run that has deservedly gone viral everywhere. And finally, you got to remember, all of this incredible club action, it's not happening in a vacuum. It's all building towards the next big international showdown, the road to 2026.
So think about where we are. We're in a critical period. The European seasons have just started.
which means that right now, these players are making their final impressions before the next round of crucial World Cup qualifiers kicks off in September. The clock is ticking.
So what does that all mean? It means every single performance we just talked about matters immensely. For these players, this is their last audition, you know? It's their final chance to prove they deserve a spot in their national team squads.
And that leaves us with the ultimate question as we look ahead, right? Based on these incredible wins, these heroic comebacks, and these absolutely stunning goals, who do you think has done enough to earn their spot on the world's biggest stage?